Elon Musk could become the world's first trillionaire, according to a prediction made by investment firm Morgan Stanley. Analysts at Morgan Stanley forecast that Musk, who has made most of his wealth from the electric car company Tesla, could make much more money from his fledgling space exploration business SpaceX. The analyst Adam Jonas said the company, founded in 2002, was challenging any preconceived notion of what was possible and the time frame possible, in terms of rockets, launch vehicles and supporting infrastructure. He added, "More than one client has told us if Elon Musk were to become the first trillionaire, it won't be because of Tesla." Others have said SpaceX may eventually be the most highly valued company in the world, in any industry. Jonas said SpaceX's Starship reusable rockets that could take people and cargo to the Moon and Mars had the potential to transform investor expectations around the space industry. He said, as one client put it, talking about space before Starship is like talking about the internet before Google. However, it won't be from his highly successful electric vehicle company Tesla. Instead, it'll likely be from his fledgling space startup SpaceX, The Guardian reports, despite the fact that Tesla's net worth is about $850 billion, almost 30 times SpaceX's $30 billion price tag. But why SpaceX over Tesla, which is currently estimated at a whopping $850 billion itself? There's more opportunity, according to Jones. Namely, the ability to tap into other industries, including space infrastructure, Earth observation, and deep space exploration. That SpaceX price tag is only expected to skyrocket, no pun intended, in the years to come. Tesla became the most valuable American carmaker in 2020, eclipsing veterans such as Ford and General Motors, while SpaceX is still privately traded. The business mogul's personal wealth recently ballooned to $222 billion, building his lead as the richest person in the world, according to Bloomberg's Billionaires Index. SpaceX's latest Starship prototype could blast off into orbit earlier than expected. October 21, SpaceX completed a successful static fire test with its SN-20 Starship prototype. This was a major hurdle for the spacecraft ahead of its first orbital flight test, which SpaceX had previously stated would likely happen within a couple of months. But now, SpaceX founder Elon Musk has said that the launch could happen as soon as next month. If all goes well, Starship will be ready for its first orbital launch attempt next month, pending regulatory approval, Musk tweeted on October 22. The launch is pending regulatory approval, as the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, needs to grant SpaceX a launch license to launch orbital flights. Additionally, there is an environmental review that the FAA conducted of SpaceX's operations in South Texas. A draft of the FAA's review was released on September 17 and then they opened it up for public comments and suggestions until October 18. The FAA is still accepting comments by mail and email through November 1. So far, according to Space News, the public comments received show a serious variety of opinions on SpaceX's plans to launch orbital flights from their facility near the South Texas village of Boca Chica. Some attendees shared their support of SpaceX and its launch efforts from Texas, while others voiced concerns about the environmental impacts of such launches. This review is critical for all flights to space as the FAA needs to grant SpaceX a launch license for its Starship spacecraft and the company's Super Heavy rocket that is designed to launch Starship to space. SpaceX has designed Starship, an umbrella moniker that includes both the spacecraft and Super Heavy rocket, with the goal of launching both humans and cargo to the Moon, Mars and beyond. In fact, in April, NASA granted SpaceX a contract to build a version of Starship to serve as the agency's lunar lander for its Artemis program. However, work on the lander has had to be temporarily halted with surrounding legal issues, especially as NASA has now been directed by the U.S. Senate to choose a second company to build another lunar lander as a backup. Still, this direction from the Senate isn't law and the request to add a second company might not move forward.